All right, boys. So, first episode of the Liveplay, huh? How's everybody feeling?
I'm a little nervy. I'm feeling it. I feel like people are watching me right now.
They're listening. They're not watching you, so rest assured.
Which is going to be different for us because it's going to be like theater of the mindy and whatnot. You know, we're going to have to we'll have our minis out, but I'm not going to use that as actual like reference for distance. It's going to be more like, hey, these are your adversaries. Do you move in? Do you do this?
But I feel like in the description for this episode of the podcast, what we should do is we should have all of our moves like chess, like it was C3 to C4.
Yeah.
But then Harkus went C5 to C6, kind of a vibe, you know? Like that way they can really be immersed and feel all of the movements.
Yeah, well, if you want to take down all those movements and put them in the description, you're more than welcome to.
Okay, let me get my notebook really quick.
Go get your easel and start drawing up the board.
It's a painting. It's a full painting.
Well, so for the audience out there, we're going to be running Courts of the Shadow Fae, if you haven't heard already. And most likely, you know, unless further discussion happens, we'll be releasing this kind of on a monthly basis, irregularly. We'll make sure that we get things out there, but it's just going to be something we're doing for fun to get ahead as I head out in 2 days. So this is exciting. By the time you're hearing this, I'll already be 3 weeks into torture. But exciting stuff that we're about to go through here. So Courts of the Shadow Fae is very much a political intrigue style campaign created by Kobold Press, and I had to learn a lot about the Midgard setting to get here. Could I have done this in terms that I understand in the Forgotten Realms or like possibly like a homebrew thing? Yes. Did I? Absolutely not. I instead took to scholarship, to studying.
To scholarship.
Yeah, to scholarship.
Yeah, so you all are going to see our first experience with Midgard. So if any of you out there are big fans of Midgard and you know all the lore, shut up.
We don't know anything.
No. But
something that's a lot different is in our main campaign. We kind of experience, we play with all the different races, all the different classes. We don't really overthink a lot of like the minute details, like, oh, Varys is playing a lizard folk, correct? And nobody finds that weird. You know, everything is just kind of accepted in our version of the Forgotten Realms. Like, oh yeah, you play this character, and most of the time, no one questions you. Now, people have questioned like your robot Stein because you're an Artificer, but because there's not a whole lot of like automatons walking around.
Right.
But outside of something small like that, it's not very. Yeah, we don't really find that to be an issue. In Midgard, it is very much touted as an issue, and so I'm going to make sure that I at least do that justice, where, like, we'll get into it whenever we're describing our characters, but one of our characters is going to be very out of place, and I will make sure he knows that.
I just had to be difficult.
You were like, too late. I chose Orc, and I was like, all right. Let's do it. Anyways, are you boys ready?
I think so.
Yes.
I'm gonna do a quick test roll though, just to see.
Oh yeah, that's important. Oh, I was gonna tell you both. I won't have my DM screen out. You will see every roll I make. That way there will be no question by the audience whether something was fudged.
Good. I'll cry. You roll in that 20 and I will cry.
Yeah,
I'll do it
if I roll a nat 20, you will see.
Yeah.
Well, the nat 20s aren't allowed in the new version of 1D&D, I think now. So
right.
yeah.
Enemies
so you can't roll them.
Do that.
Yep.
I've changed that.
Are you homebrewing, Seth? On the fly?
We're not playing 1D&D.
That was one last thing I was going to mention. The character classes and a lot of stuff that you guys are going to see in this are from Kobold Press's Tome of Heroes. Some things are very powerful. Some things are on par with others. And we're going to be testing out subclasses from the Tome of Heroes. Going to be using some spells from the Tome of Heroes. All very exciting stuff that I'm excited to get into, as well as you'll see the heavy use of firearms by one of our players, and that's going to be exciting.
Zach, why you got to bring that into the game, man?
It's not me this time. Don't let him fool you.
It's like D&D with guns.
Woohoo! It's like Skyrim,
all right,
with D&D.
All right. Our adventure begins on the streets of Zobek, Clockwork City. Population, 16,000. Current leader, Constantia Olek. Patron deity, Rava. Once a city under Fey rule, Zobek is now controlled by a population made of dwarves and humans, with a working class of kobolds at the lowest of the hierarchy. And though the history here is rich, it is also fickle. Zobek is at peace, and has been for almost 80 years. Innovation has sparked a boom in advancement, and the Gearforged folk have taken to forming their own community in the Gear District. But that's not where our story begins. No. We find ourselves in the Gullet, otherwise known as the Dock District, where a party of pals will soon find themselves wrapped in a tale of intrigue and hold the fate of the free city of Zobek in their very own hands. But I get ahead of myself. As I said, Zobek is at peace. But with times of peace come strange happenings. And where you find strange happenings, you'll almost certainly find Fae. The Wrapped Scallion is bustling with energy on this evening in the Gullet. Coin scatters about as another hand is lost to the house, and patrons bicker before standing and facing one another to handle their differences as men. One of these patrons, Degan Browning, has suffered such a fate, and after another lost hand, he must decide whether he'd like to take a chance at winning it back. Degan, will you please describe yourself to me?
Oh, come on. Just one more hand. And as Degan sits there with his large black cowboy hat and his, I'll say, leathery brown duster, and as he kind of stirs in his seat, the duster kind of pulls to the side. You see the inside is lined with chain inside of his jacket. Off to his side, again, as his jacket kind of pulled to the side, you see on his right hip he has what appears to be some sort of arcane firearm of sorts. And on both of his arms, along the, like just down from the shoulder, you see two chains that run down to his wrist that are kind of strapped in with these little leather clips almost. It looks a tad bit eerie, but stylishly tasteful. He has leather pants and some boots with little spurs on the end, and he leans over the table kind of angrily, hoping for his next hand to be played.
Standing behind Degan, we do see a towering fellow with green orchid skin. Harkin, would you like to describe yourself to me?
Yeah, it's actually Sir Harkis, but I'll forgive that.
That's what I said.
So Harkis is a full-blooded orc, which are very uncommon in Midgard, but he is, and he is a towering figure of around 6'7", 6'8", fully clad in dinged up armor with plenty of scratches, and you can see sort of the stories of the many battles Harkis has fought in. Just based on the dingy wear of his armor, but underneath there are bits of cloth with blue and yellow accents, and then he also has a little shoulder cape that's red, and so he stands behind Degan, watching the the gambling unfold, which he doesn't condone, by the way, but.
Standing next to Degan, we do see a small kobold fellow with a paintbrush in hand and a pad at his side as he pokes his head like just over the table, watching everything go down. Mag. Degan, would you describe Mag to me? Because I don't have a good picture in my head yet.
Yeah, so Mag is sitting on next to me, or perhaps looking over the table a little bit, as he stands there with his painting tools and his we'll say like little pencils and whatnot, his paper. He appears to be drawing the scene, kind of drawing the hand, but he is actually drawing Degan as winning in the situation, so his hands are kind of up. It looks like he's in uproar that he's won the hand. He's kind of we'll say a reddish kobold, kind of a reddish tint to him. Funny enough, do kobolds have horns? Do they have little horns on their head?
I never imagined them with them, just like small ears.
Okay. We'll say his ears
If ears
are...
at all.
Okay, so we'll say little ears, and they kind of like bend over at the tips, kind of like a sad dog. And he's got like a little cloak on him that pulls around most of the way and conceals a lot of his supplies that he has in a bag off to his left.
All right, and then last but not least, a smaller half-orc woman stands at the side of Sir Harkis. Would you please describe Clem to me?
And again, that is Cram.
Yep,
so
that's
we're
what I said.
we're
that's
two
what,
for
that's
two.
That's what I said. It always takes me so long to get used to names, man.
No,
but
exactly.
only for you today, Harkis and Cram.
Yes, Harkis and Cram. Cram, as you mentioned, is a half-orc woman. She's much younger than Harkis. Harkis is in his older years as an orc. He's 40, which for orcs is very elderly. But Cram is as sort of a young adult, and she wears the sort of inconspicuous green and brown cloak, and you see that she's got a long bow sort of draped over her shoulder. She's fairly well armed, but maybe a little less conspicuous than the other residents of the tavern here that we've just described. And she's got a greenish skin tone as well, but maybe a little more pale than Sir Harkus.
Yeah, you can see that right now Cram is holding her hands together, just like hoping the Degan can pull it through, as Mag stands at his side, just, come on, sir, you can do it. As the two of them are just very hopeful for the fate of Degan at the table. Degan, I would like you to play this hand with me. We're going to play a round of a game known as Fork of the Storm.
Oh, that's my best game.
So would you please pull out a D8, a D6, and a D4? You'll be playing against the house.
I'm playing against the house first time? Oof.
So,
All right.
here's what you're going to have to do. You're going to roll a D8 and keep it hidden from me.
Oh.
As will the house.
Okay.
Then you're going to roll a D6 publicly, followed by a D4 publicly. If the D4 matches one of the rolls you made before, you may roll another D4. If the new D4 matches the D4 you just rolled, you may roll another D4 until you don't roll the same thing.
Okay.
And
All
we
right.
will add up to see who gets the highest number.
And what was this game called?
This is called Fork of the Storm.
Fork of the Storm. Okay. Just really
Played
intense
on episode
Go Fish,
40-something of Campaign 3 of Critical Role.
Okay, so D8 in secret.
All right, D8 in secret. Go for it.
Okay.
All right, now your D6 publicly.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Now,
okay.
at this point, I would like you to call or fold.
Okay, and do I want high numbers? Is that where we're at?
Yeah, you want to go as high as possible.
So I definitely want to roll this D4, right?
If you're doing well. Or you can fold
So
and,
I'm
you
doing-
lose your money.
Oh, I don't want to fold. I want to keep going.
All
yeah,
right.
I'm going to call.
Then let's go ahead and roll those D4s.
Okay.
The house is going to continue rolling. You can see as the dealer pulls back, grabs another D4 and rolls.
Okay.
All right. Let's go and reveal our numbers.
Okay.
The house altogether has rolled 5, 6, 7, 8. And I guarantee you right there,
Yeah.
you rolled a solid 13. So, Degan, in front of you, you start collecting as you pull back from your 25 gold bet, 50 gold, which you may add to your character sheet now. That would have been the last of your money.
Not anymore, boys.
Not anymore.
Degan Browning, that's the name, boys. 50 gold, 50 gold. Anyone else here wants to play for it, I'll play again.
Good job, sir.
Thank you, Mag. I'll teach you how to play this one day.
It's around this time that outside of the wrapped scallion, you start to hear bustling in the street, a lot of movement going on, and then seconds later, a young woman runs inside and says, "Everybody stay in! Everybody stay here! There's wild animals outside!"
Wild animals? Just in the street?
And then she immediately takes to just running inside and getting as far back in the corner as she possibly can.
Harkus, you think we should go check this out?
You see, as a lot of the denizens, as you guys start to act with one another, start to move forward towards the front door just to get a look at what's going on outside.
Well, I'm not on duty, but it must be done. And you see as he pulls out the hilt of a blade from his side and takes his shield off of his back and steps out of the saloon doors.
As you guys make your way through the front saloon doors, followed by Mag and Cram, you see a scene unlike anything you've seen here in the free city of Zobek. As you look outside, you can see that wild deer appear to be running in a herd of about 20 straight down the dock district of the Gullet towards the southern exit of Zobek. Behind them, you see about 3 what look to be ghastly black bears who appear to be running full speed behind them. And then behind that, one large, ghostly wild boar, which is following behind these 3 bears. The boar, larger than the bears. Behind them.
What? Hold. That's
You
too many.
once again, you see as 3 beautiful gray-furred blue-horned stags ridden by what look to be shadow fae, which aren't completely uncommon, but aren't prevalent in the city like this, armed to the teeth with bows and arrows, are firing their bows towards this crowd of animals in front of you. I need you and your party to roll initiative.
Oh, okay. Oh, no.
Starting out strong, boys.
First roll of the campaign.
All right.
That's a nice 11.
So you guys will be in control of your 2 sidekicks. For the viewers at home, we are using the Tasha's Cauldron of Everything sidekick rules for both Cram and for Mag. The 2 of them are sidekicks because we only have 2 players, and this is a 3 to 4 person campaign we're going to be running. So thought I would balance it out a little bit with 2 more characters.
Do I roll for Mag on my own?
Yes, both of you will roll for your etc. characters.
All right, so Degan got a 6, and Mag got a 9.
All right, perfect. So Cram is probably going to be starting with a 19. Harkus is 11.
Perfect. All right, it's all written down. So up first are the Shadow Fae. At the very back of the group, you can see these Shadow Fae once again firing off a volley of arrows as they find their marks, all 3 of them, directly into the hides of the wild deer up front, as 2 of them come screeching to a halt, one of them hitting a civilian, knocking her over as it's completely running full speed. One of the stags at the back jumps onto the tiling up on the top of the roof just above you and begins to run along it, destroying the top of the building with the hooves, but getting a really, really good view of the stampede below. The one at the very back continues like pushing forward, but also then the one on the left moves off to the side of the docks, running directly through a crowd of people. People are jumping out of the way to the best of their ability, some quick to act, some not so quick to act, as the stags themselves appear to pay no mind to these civilians on the side. Neither do the rider. And just a couple of them, not the entire crowd, end up getting like their legs and torsos trampled or knocked over by this stag. You see that a couple of wounded are in the left side of the crowd off the docks.
Dang. Okay.
Okay, but let's go ahead on to Cram's turn.
Yep, so Cram instantly jumping into action and running past Harkus out the door, takes or surveys the situation and is going to run up along the side of the building, sort of at the corner there, and she's going to pull out her longbow and take a couple shots at so the remind me, the aggressors, there's the bears and the boar, and then there's also a bunch of deer that seem to be running.
Yeah, you see over a dozen wild deer running at the front. You see 3 bears, and you see 1 large boar at the back. And it looks like a full stampede just running through the district.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's going to take a couple shots with her longbow at the boar. We'll start there. All right, so that's going to be an 11 to hit and a 17 to hit.
The 17 will hit the boar.
All right. That's going to deal... Is that an 8? Yes. So that's going to do 11 points of damage altogether. And then with her bonus action, she's going to call out, Harkus, the big one's wounded! And she'll be using the help action.
Perfect.
If she's within 30 feet.
Yeah, she definitely is.
And that's where she'll end. So she, with the rest of her movement, she'll sort of step to the side around the building to hopefully clear the way so she doesn't get trampled.
All right, perfect. So Cram comes running out, firing off at the boar, calling out to you, and then we'll move on to next in the initiative order. Let's see, what's that number?
11.
11. The the Stampede will be up next as they continue forward. The deer pay no mind to you, neither do the bears, as the deer continue past you, dashing full speed and getting about 80 feet down the road away from the group of you. The bears themselves end up just behind them, lagging behind by about 20 feet. And again, the bears don't appear to be attacking anyone. They're just running full speed. The boar at the back does take attention to being shot by this arrow, but as the Shadow Fae at the very back appear to be closing in on it, it like looks behind it and then dashes forward as well, getting just behind those 3 bears. So even with the shots going off, it doesn't appear that they're really paying you bunch much of a mind. All right, so moving on, Harkus.
All right, Harkus is going to step out, and as the boars get closer, I assume we're probably like they're just running past at this point.
So they're a good like 30 feet away from you right now.
All right, so Harkus is going to run into action. So with his bonus action, you see as the blade hilt in his hand, he holds it out strong, and a beam of golden light emits from the end of the blade, making up the end of the hilt, making up the blade of this sun blade that he's wielding, and he's going to run up the full 30 feet to catch up to the boar and just go for a couple of attacks, sort of going for the legs to see if he can't trip it or cripple it to stop it from stampeding, and hopefully that'll clear up the stampede further down the line.
All right, let's see what we got.
All right, that's a 14 and a 20.
The 20 will hit.
All right.
Yeah. Deal that damage. Ooh.
All right. Altogether, that's going to be... well, let's... No, I won't. That'll be 13 points of damage altogether.
All right, 13 altogether as you run up to the boar, hitting it right in the legs. It does trip slightly, but does not fall like completely prone, and is going to continue to try and run.
I just realized that I should have had advantage on that. We're still learning, though, or on the first hit. But anyway, we'll
I thought you rolled with advantage in the first place when you rolled 2.
Oh, no, that was my bad.
Gotcha.
Anyway, we'll continue on.
Okay, cool. Harkus' turn. He runs up to the boar and slashes at its leg. Up next, we have Mag.
Ooh, Mag. Okay, so Mag's gonna see all this hullabaloo going on. he's gonna pick up his little sketch pad and he's gonna begin drawing a large orb on the sheet, and he spins it around and shows the art designed to these animals as the orb's gonna launch off of the page towards the this large boar.
What's he casting?
He's gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
All right, let's see it.
Yeah, okay.
What's he shooting at?
He's gonna shoot at the large boar.
Okay.
So we got a 15 plus. Let's see what his casting attack is. Plus 6 to hit. So that'll be a 21.
21 altogether. Yeah, it'll hit.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a D10 plus 3. See what we get. That's a 10.
10
So
altogether.
13 points.
Nice.
I think it's force damage.
13.
I believe. 13. Yeah.
Cool. So
And he gets a second blast as well.
Oh, does he get a second blast already?
Yeah. Yeah, he's
so
a
go ahead and
7th
make
level
that
caster.
second attack.
Oh, dang. Okay. All right. Bet. Let's go. Well, that's a natural 1.
It doesn't hit. As he shows the picture off, you see as one of the orbs is right on target, fires directly at it, hitting the other leg, and the boar starts to lose it. It doesn't look like it has much left in it at this point. As Harkus, you can hear the bone shatter in the leg, right where the Eldritch Blast hits it. As for the second beam, it kind of fires off towards what looks to be the Shadow Fae individual. As it fires towards them, you see that Mag realizes it and like curves it off, and luckily does not end up hitting anybody else.
Good job, Mag. Killing it. He's killing it.
Okay, and last but not least for the round, Degan Browning.
All right, so Degan sees this boar here already injured, so he's gonna try to finish it off. He's going to make a firebolt attack.
Okay.
So he's gonna pull his revolver out of his holster. He's gonna aim it at the boar, pull the hammer back, and he's going to flick the revolver off to the side where the chamber falls out. So there's no actual ammunition in this thing. He's gonna put it in his pocket. He's going to snap his fingers and a little bit of flame produces. He's going to put it inside the core of the gun there, acting as like an ammunition core, and he's going to shoot out a flaming fireball from the gun.
All right, let's see it.
So we got. Okay, that is
Really good.
15.
15 will hit.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So I got 2d10. Let's get these going right here. We got. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, that is. It's a plus one, so it's a 17 points of fire damage.
And with one solid shot, Degan, you fire this forward, hitting the boar. Where would you like to hit the boar?
Well, seeing as his leg was just broken, I'm going to try to go right for the head and try to finish him off.
Okay, so you hit it right in the head, and you see as right underneath the eye, but like by the snout, starts to burn. And the boar runs for a couple of seconds, but as it continues to run on its broken legs, you see it's already dead. And then it falls and hits the ground, using like that last little bit of adrenaline to keep itself going.
Oh, poor boar.
So eliminating like a very large target here. Do you do anything else on your turn?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to pop the chamber back in. I'm going to give it a little cowboy spin, put it right back in the holster, because I'm going to need it in a second, and then I'll pass my turn there, but I would like to take a couple steps away from the front saloon doors, so I'm not right in the doorway there.
All right. So the Fey individual on the stag that was chasing like kind of or right behind the boar in the middle is going to come running up, and I need for Harkus to make a dexterity saving throw not to be trampled.
Ooh, that's awesome. That's a 14.
14 will do it. As the stag comes running through, you're able to jump out of the way just in time, making eye contact with the Fey individual, and you can see that they have like a very piercing gaze at you, almost like they're looking down upon you, and then they continue to run on by, load up another arrow, and fire it at the deer off in the distance. The one above does the same thing, but still running across the tiling on the top. You can see as like small pebbles and stones and like bits of like ceramic start to like fly off the top of the roof, like down towards you guys and like pelt you, like not dealing any damage or anything significant, but like bouncing off of your armor. And then the one off to the left continues to just mindlessly run through the crowd, pull back another shot, and fired at another deer, knocking it dead. You see as the stampede continues on off in that direction before Harkus. Over in the crowd that just got trampled across, you see a young man in a what looks to be a yellow robe of some sort, and this young individual appears to be Misha, one of the apprentice priests that you know from the Temple of Kors nearby. Misha looks up, making eye contact with you. Luckily, not having gotten his legs broken by the stag, stands up and comes running over. Mr. Harkus, sir, I could use your help.
Yes, I suppose my assistance could be better used here.
And the sunblade retracts into the hilt, and he places it on his side.
Are there any injured?
Yes, but this is much more important. It's the priest.
Well, what about him?
Some thugs. They appear to have gotten to him. Can you help me?
Yes, lead the way.
And he begins to dart back down the road, the way which the stampede came from. The rest of you, do you follow?
Oh, absolutely. I see Harkus running. I'm going to run up behind him.
All right. So the group of you reconvene, following after Misha. Heading towards the Temple of Kors here in the Gullet. Heading just about a block north, you find yourselves outside of what looks to be just a squat temple, not anything that you would find, like nothing glamorous, more for like those that are kind of traveling in and out along the trade routes, maybe coming in from the sea, or maybe finding themselves just needing a spot to stay for the night. As you come running up, Misha stops at the door and says, "All right, this is going to be dangerous," and throws the door open, to which you see... Give me just one moment.
We see a whole lot of stuff in there.
You guys hear a lot of shouts coming from the inside, and a note written on the door just before Misha throws it open that says, "Let it be known to all who come here, the charter of the Temple of Perun and Kors is revoked by order of the ambassador Thelamandrin. None may enter, visit visit, chant, keep vigil, or worship here unless and until the priesthood conforms to the new practices. Those who violate this order are subject to summary execution or removal by the forces of the realm. By his hand, His Excellency Glananin Thelamandrin, hidden ambassador in extraordinary of the Winter Court to the Fey city of Zobek.
Yeah, try to put that on a business card.
And as the door is thrown open, the shrine is filled with illumination from a brightly glowing statue of the sun god, currently despoiled by shifting shadows. Elves in black cloaks are in a threatening position near the priest, who stands defiant against them. Pews fill the far end of the chamber, and the priest stands under a white dome supported by 8 pillars. He seems calm. You do not belong here, says the priest. I demand you leave in the names of Svarog and Kors. If you will not listen to the city's rightful ruler, says one of the Fae, you will pay the price. The elves advance towards the priest, their blades raised as they move to cut him down. So you can see in the room that 2 shadowy individuals who appear to be almost completely made up of, I want to say, like, essence from some other plane of existence, are moving in towards the priest, as well as 2 actual, like, full-on cultist-looking individuals appear to be right on top of him, maybe about 15 feet away at the moment, as they are now going to roll initiative for this round. Oh, cool. They're at the bottom. Starting from the top, Cram is the first to act.
So you said there were 3?
4.
4.
So two farther away from the priest, I'll say like about 35, 40 feet away from him, who appear to be like kind of like keeping an eye out. And these are the ones that are like made up completely of shadows. And then you have 2 who are more like elf cultish looking individuals who are a lot closer.
All right. Cram is going to shout out, making her presence known, and say, "Hey, pick on someone your own size," or something to that effect. And she's going to use her helpful feature first, targeting the closest to the priest with her longbow. And so she's going to make that attack with advantage. And that's going to be 20 altogether to hit.
20 will hit.
Perfect. And so because she used it before her attack, now that I reread how the feature works, she actually gets an extra little bit to add on top. So altogether, that's going to be 14 points of damage. And then she's going to take a second shot, assuming that one doesn't kill.
14 points of damage. That is not going to kill.
Okay. Second one's a nat 1.
Nat 1 will not hit, and this is with the longbow?
Yes.
So, pulling her bow back, she fires it, and you see as the arrow just splits against the wall in the back. All right. Moving forward, then, let's go on to Sir Harkis.
All right. How far away is this group?
So, as I was saying before, the actual cultist members are about 15 feet away from the priest, so a good, like, and he's about 45 feet away from you. So one of them, I would say, is like 35 feet away, and one of them is 25 feet as they start to close in on him in the corner past the pews.
Okay. So previously I did say that I used my bonus action to shut the Sunblade down. Is there any retcon room?
Absolutely not. We're on live air right now.
We're live on the... That's perfectly fine, because I intended to do that anyway. So with my bonus action, then, I'm going to use my Adrenaline Rush feature to dash with my bonus action, and that'll actually give me some extra temporary hit points. And so I'm going to run the full distance to get over to the priest, and then with my action... I'm going to use my Channel Divinity Insurmountable Passage. And so as I cast this, the way that I do this, I hold up my shield, which has a holy symbol of Kors emblazoned on the front. This is a long kite shield. It's maybe like 5 feet long in total from the top to the tip. And so I'm gonna jam that the pointy bottom end into the earth and just sort of like a Thuum from Skyrim. There's just like this that he releases, and the ground within 60 feet of me all becomes difficult terrain for all of these targets. And let's see. So it's all difficult terrain for all of the approaching attackers. In addition, I designate the priest and all of my allies and any additional priests who are here. They're unaffected by this difficult terrain.
Perfect. Okay, so you see as Harkus makes his way all the way into the chamber, and all of a sudden just exudes this presence against all of the individuals in here, kind of throwing back the power of Kors towards these Shadow Fae individuals.
Yeah, and he'll call out and say,
Don't step 1 inch further.
All right. Up next, Mag.
Ooh, okay. So these guys, these culty-looking dudes, they're definitely advancing on this priest right now, right?
Yeah, they have their blades out. They're ready to go.
Okay. Mag's going to run on up a couple feet, get a little closer, and he's going to see the likes of these 3 guys, and he's going to take his little sketchbook out. He's going to turn the page, and he's going to, in just 6 seconds, a full round, he's going to draw a perfect likeness of them on this page, except he draws a little bit of a pinkish hue around them, almost like a glowing aura. And as he puts down his paper and he shows it to his audience, all 3 of them begin to glow a pinkish color. I need them to make dex saves against fairy fire.
Yeah, all right.
Let's do it.
Nice.
What's the distance on fairy fire?
Oh, God. Let me see.
It's a 20-foot.
yeah, it's a 20-foot cube. I
Okay.
believe.
They're all
So-
next to each other. Should
so
be able
you
to hit
can-
all of them.
Well, you can get either the 2 cultists, or you can get one of the shadowy individuals and the one of the cultists, or you can get one of the other shadowy individual and the other cultist. So you're getting 2 no matter what.
I want the 2 closest to the priest.
Okay,
So would that be the 2 cultists?
the 2 ones that are like
Okay,
moving
okay.
in. And I say cultists; these are more like elvish individuals. They don't like have like cult masks or anything on. It's just easy to describe them that
See,
way.
you said cult now, so they have to all have cult cloaks.
Oh yeah, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be a 14 dex save, I believe.
But they look very much like those regal fae that you saw riding the stags earlier.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're trying to kill our friends. We gotta stop them.
Well, yeah, they're worshiping the wrong god.
Exactly.
Okay, so deck saves. Let's go
Yes.
for 2 of those. Boom. First one. What's your DC?
14 for Mag.
That is going to beat the first one.
Okay.
Next one, that is going to fail.
Yeah,
So
okay.
one of them, I'll say the one that's on the right, closing in on your left, Harkus, since you're facing the other direction now.
Sure.
Closing in on your left, that one is outlined in fairy fire.
Ooh, very
You
nice,
see
very
as
nice.
all the pews in the front row, as well as that statue of the sun god Kors, light up in this hue.
Ooh, okay. So he does that, and he feels good about himself. He's gonna pull the notebook to his chest. Go, yeah, Degan, get him.
Perfect. All right. Following that, we still have Degan. You're up because they rolled so poorly.
Okay. Degan is going to, similar to last time, he's going to pop the chamber out of his revolver that he pulls out and flips out of his holster into his hand. He's going to, this time, snap his fingers, and instead of 1 flame, 3 kind of coalesce into his hand, and he puts them into the center of the firearm, and he's going to take 3 shots with Scorching Ray.
Oh, okay.
Sick.
Okay.
At which one?
So-
The one that's outlined, I presume?
So we will do the first 2 on him, make sure he doesn't die. And
which one did Cram hit? Was it the one the farthest away or one closer?
I think it was one closer.
Whichever was closer to the priest.
So that's the one that you're shooting at right
Okay,
now.
perfect.
Oh, okay. So all right, so I'll take my first shot here with advantage. Okay. That will be over 20. Is that
Over
hit?
20 will hit.
Yeah, okay. So the first one. Okay. Oh, getting a little visual here, so I'm talking about.
You continue to roll damage, please.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and roll 2d6 of fire damage. That'll do 5 points of fire damage to him.
5 points of fire damage. He is still alive.
Still standing. I'm going to take another shot at him with advantage, and that will be a 23 to hit. Rolling good today, boys.
Yeah, 23 altogether. That will hit.
Yes.
Well, you have advantage, so.
Bet. Okay. 2 more fire. That'll be 9 points of fire damage.
9 points of fire damage.
Yeah.
As you pull back this Scorching Ray, firing at the one closest, you do find as it meets its mark, and as they go to close in, it does look like a little bit of energy starts to like coalesce around their feet as if they were about to cast a spell or something, and then all of a sudden they lose their step and fall down dead.
Ooh, okay. And my last shot is going to go towards the other elven gentleman that's near the priest,
Yes.
the one behind him. He's not very fired, but I am going to take a shot at him.
Oh goodness.
Let's see. Okay, that will be a 19. Will that hit?
19 will hit.
Nice. Okay. So for this one, we didn't discuss whether it was before or after, prior, but I would like to use one of my 6 revolver charges for the day, if that's all
Okay.
right.
Yes, please.
Okay, perfect. So it'll be 2d6 of fire damage, plus... I actually don't have another d6. I'm going to steal one of yours, plus a d6 of...
Bullet damage.
Of bullet-piercing death damage, I suppose. And I'm going to spend... Because I'm casting a spell, I'm going to spend 1 sorcery point and add 2d6 additional elemental damage.
Okay, go
which
for it.
I will make fire. I'm going to steal 2 more of your d6. I want to make sure this guy stays away from this priest. All right. All right, so we got...
11,
That's some
15,
good numbers.
19,
Okay,
22.
So two of these were from the firearms. So I didn't specify. Apologize to everyone listening. This is my first time using firearms at D&D. If it's a 6 on the one of the weapon damages, so it would have been not the Scorching Ray, but one of the 3 I rolled. If it was a 6, I would roll again. But I didn't specify, so we'll keep this one for now.
Okay.
So we got 10, 15,
22.
19. Yeah, I mean, we'll call it 22.
Dude, I got
We'll
a
call it
96
22.
on the ASVAB.
So 22 points of damage, a little bit of fire in there as well.
All right, perfect. So as you fire this shot forward, you see this catches the other cutthroat by surprise as it hits him right in the shoulder as they go to move forward, and you can see as their arm begins to droop, and there's just absolute like 3rd-degree burns on that shoulder where you've hit.
Yeah, I don't know who you are, but that there priest's a friend of mine, so back up.
And I'll end my turn.
All right, perfect. And then lastly, we have the enemies. These two, and I'm going to go ahead and move those. Actually, it doesn't matter. The 2 shadowy individuals are going to turn towards the group at the door, and one of them's going to move in towards Mag. The other one's going to move in towards Degan.
Okay.
This one, at the very front, you see that same energy coalesce around their feet as you saw the other one, as they are going to cast a spell. Is anybody going to counterspell?
I would like to eat that spell. Just take it
it'll
all
be fine.
in.
And those 2 who are moving are at half movement.
Well, what's the range on that?
It's 60 feet.
Okay, cool. So they'll be at half movement. Good. So this guy is going to Misty Step in towards you and the priest until right in next to you.
That's cool.
Harkis. And then the other 2 are going to... Let's go with... They are also going to Misty Step towards the door. So those 2 are going to move in on you. We'll go with the one that's attacking Mag first.
Leave Mag alone.
You see as the shadow itself, as it swirls around and then appears directly in front of Mag, is going to pull out a rapier from its side as it's also coalesced in this shadow, and it's going to make 2 attacks with it. First one is going to be a 20 to hit.
That'll hit him.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I don't
his
like
AC
it.
is poop.
It's not. No, you speak for your own little kobold over there. Get out of here.
Yeah, he's got a
All
nice
right,
13.
So first off, we have 10 points of piercing damage plus
Okay.
9 points of poison damage.
Oh, 19 points of damage?
Yeah.
I don't like that. Okay, that's fine.
Hey, he's level 7, man. He can take it.
Ugh.
That's what you think.
Second attack.
Oh, I got that wrong.
What is his AC?
1 higher than whatever you rolled.
Well, what?
It's 13,
Hypothetically,
right?
13?
You speak for yourself over there, Zach. Keep your mouth shut.
That's a 13.
It'll hit him. It'll hit him.
Then we're going to roll piercing first. That'll be 7 points of damage
Okay.
and 8 points of poison damage. So
8?
15.
God damn.
So Mag is closed in by this this shadowy rake of sorts as he moves in, pulls out this sword, and takes 2 swipes at him. As Mag tries to defend himself with his book, holding back, he ends up slicing once against his arm, and as Mag pulls back against it, he stabs into his to the top of his thigh, and you can see as his thigh starts to bleed heavily as Mag falls down to a knee. Next one is going to move in on you, Degan.
Bring it.
All right.
Okay.
AC.
It is 17.
This is a 17.
I don't like the way you're rolling today, Seth. I don't like this.
It's my orange die.
I will...
My Feywild dice.
I will burn a shield.
All right. So you throw. How do you cast shield?
You know, that's a good question, DM.
You shoot yourself in the shin.
You can't shoot me because I already shot me. What I'd like to do is kind of like how an umbrella looks, the top of an umbrella. I'd like to point the my magic revolver at him, and as I pull the trigger, it pulls a ward out in front of me and deflects the shot.
Oh, I like that. Okay, so as it does that, it throws up the ward, and the shot, the rapier hits against it. Next attack, that is not going to hit.
Yeah, baby.
As he goes in for the second one, stabbing at you, hitting right against the shield, not being able to quite break through. All right. As for the other one, it moves in on you, Harkus, but it is going to make an attack on the priest.
No.
So,
miss.
because of my aura of whatever it is,
Yes.
the priest is going to have resistance to this attack.
Sounds good to me.
Nice.
They don't know that. They're not part of the game. This will hit.
Yeah, it does.
Cool.
Oh.
I know we don't
lost
take
the die,
floor
boys.
rolls.
Lost the die.
We don't take floor rolls. Let's see. This will be
Probably just like 1 damage, maybe 2.
Yeah, I mean probably. Where's the weapon? This is a weird stat block.
I think we can keep him off this priest. I think we're doing fine, Zach.
All right, this is what we'll go with. Plus different type of weapon. You see as the cutthroat moves in, taking its like what looks to be a curved type of sword, not a full rapier, but like more of a thicker curved weapon, almost like a dueling blade of sorts, moves in and slices towards the priest. Harkus, you're able to like intervene just a little bit, getting as much like interposing yourself as much as possible, but the cutthroat does make contact with the priest, hitting him just in the side as he goes to react and grab his holy symbol. As he stands there bleeding from his arm, he is alive and awake. Okay,
Good.
Okay.
cool. And that is thanks to your resistance mainly.
Fuck yeah!
Okay. Okay, cool. So moving on, it has been the enemy's turns. We'll return back to the top to Cram.
Oh yeah,
Looking
that's
for my
me.
die that I dropped.
Like, that's not my character.
Yeah, Cram is going to what? Let's see. So these two guys are right up on.
Oh, they're all up on us.
So yeah, she's Mag, get back! I've got it. And she's gonna move up right next to him, and she's gonna put her longbow away and take 2 swipes with her short sword.
Perfect.
To draw some attention.
Well,
and
Mag's kind of the guy who draws.
Yeah. Oh, right. And with her bonus action, she's going to give herself the help action.
Ooh.
Or, now that I'm thinking about it, is that how that works? If you use the help action on your turn as a bonus action, do you give yourself advantage, or does it work on, like, the next guy that attacks them? I feel like it would be the next guy. But
You talking about the little help bonus action thing?
Yeah. Because
I feel like it would
her
help him.
feature specifies if she uses the help thing first, then she gets her little sneak attack. Here, let me see.
Yeah, I think it would help him right then. I don't think you'd have to wait.
Right. I'm wondering if it's weird that she's helping herself, though. That's not how the help
A little
action
pat on the back,
typically
you know?
works.
Well,
Doesn't the help have
Good
to be
job.
on someone else?
Let's see. When you take the help action, the creature you aid gains advantage on the next ability check. Alternatively, you can aid a friendly creature. You feint, distract the target in some way. If your ally attacks the target before your next turn, the first attack roll is made with advantage. It doesn't say anything about attacking them yourself. So we'll say the next attack that you, Degan, make on this guy will have advantage, and then she's going to make a normal roll.
Cool. Sounds good to me.
Okay.
I like it.
Rules. Who needs them?
We're part of the community that invented the term rules lawyer.
Yeah, that's me. Both are over 20.
Okay, those will hit.
Ooh.
All right. First attack is going to deal 14 points of damage, and the second attack is going to deal 5, so 19 altogether.
All right, 19 altogether. As you make these 2 swipes, you find that when meeting this target full force, that they only appear to be kind of shrouded in shadows, as beneath you can see elvish individuals beneath these like veils of shadow. As you take a strike forward, you see that the individual recoils back and actual blood does spill.
Okay, we're damaging him. That's good.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Moving on then, let's go with Arcus.
So, is the priest able to act?
Oh, the priest is able to act. I just didn't roll initiative for him. Thanks, guy. Let's have the priest go ahead and take a turn now, and then he'll take a turn on initiative 8. So the priest himself is going to cast Cure Wounds and try to hold his own, like staying here to the best of his ability. He heals for a few damage. As you see the priest pull his holy symbol out, look over to you, Harkis, and say, "Thanks for coming." And he's going to begin casting Cure Wounds on his arm, giving himself closing up the wound as best as he can.
Father, you need to back up.
Harkis will say on his turn, and then turn his attention to this attacker, just sort of indicating, no, you know what? Can I shove the priest away? And since it's a shove, it's involuntary movement. You can't attack of opportunity that.
I would say you can shove him and he won't resist.
Okay, yeah. So I'd just like to shove him behind, or into this
using like
space
one of your
away.
attacks to do so.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. So using one of your attacks, you kind of grab the priest and as you say, "Father, you need to get away." You grab onto his chest and kind of force him backwards behind you. I'll allow that, sure.
Awesome. And now that he's safely, well, he's one space away, and on his turn, he can move. Bonus action, I'm going to activate the Sunblade, and I'm going to try and jam it right into this fucker who is attacking my dear priest.
This fucker!
I'm forgetting the name of. All right, that's 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Okay.
All right, and we're going to make this a Divine Smite.
Who?
This guy hasn't been hit yet, right?
Correct.
Or has he? Okay.
Oh, no. This is the guy who got shot really big by
Yeah, it was
Degan.
like 19 points or something.
I thought it was a little over 20.
Yeah, we'll say that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I said.
22.
That is a little over 20.
So in that case, 96. We're gonna make this a second level Divine Smite, and we're gonna see if we can put this guy down. Maybe.
I'm going to kill this fucker.
Ooh. Is that a chair next to him? Because I think he just got sat down.
That's actually 22 points of damage altogether.
It's well more than enough, so how would you like to kill this one?
Father, you need to get back.
Harkis, with his empty hand, because he hasn't activated the Sunblade yet, pushes the priest back, and then instantly looking this cultist, shadowy man, whatever, in the eye, he says, "May the light of Kors envelop you." And then you see as from behind his shield, he activates the Sunblade, and it, in activating, goes right through this guy's chest.
Ooh,
and then he won't turn it off, so he'll pull it back for flavor. But I'm imagining that scene in The Last Jedi, when she turns on the lightsaber through the guy.
And he falls dead to the ground. Following this, we will still move on to Mag's turn.
Mag's kind of looking a little rough right now. His Fairy Fire's down. Could do a Cure Wounds. That's not a good idea. I think Mag actually being in this tight little spot. Make sure he stays up. Make sure he's healthy. He's gonna cast a little mirror image action going on. So he's gonna flip the page on his little sketchbook, and he's gonna draw the most beautiful portrait of himself. Like beautiful. It's mwah. It's a beautiful picture.
As beautiful as it can be in 6 seconds.
He has more luscious hair than a normal. Like he looks a little extra beautiful on this page. And as he puts the I was doing this bit where he shows his audience the picture, but it's him. So he's just gonna stare at the notebook for a second. and then boom, 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 a bunch of little duplicates will turn up next to him. So there's now a small crew of kobolds.
I almost assumed that like he's using like magic to kind of like make illusions on the page. It's like, and so I'm imagining like what those YouTubers do where they take a marker and like go over the screen back and forth and a picture shows up. He does that with magic and then shows what he made.
Even better, you know when you're in school and people would draw those little illusions on paper. You're supposed to like look at them real hard. It looks like they're spinning.
Yeah.
He just draws one of those on a piece of paper and shakes it around him really hard, so people get really confused and can't see him.
Okay, so
Good job, Max.
he casts mirror image. Does he move?
For
no reason?
He's gonna stay right there because he's got some duplicates to protect him. So he's gonna stay right there on his turn. And Keegan, I'm hurting really bad. Oh. Which I said Keegan. My name's Degan. So Degan, I'm hurting really bad.
Keegan Michael Key, please help me.
He's gonna remain there in his turn.
All right.
Is Degan up next?
No,
Degan.
next is the priest.
Oh wait, now up next is the priest.
Oh.
The priest is looking pretty good right now. So you know what? He's
Looking
he's going to. Harkus, I have a job to do, and he's going to step forward and he's going to cast Healing Word on Mag.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Sweet.
As he moves up to the middle of the room and he says, "May the light of course protect you." And he's going to cast Healing Word at, you know what? We'll have him do it at second level.
Woo! Okay.
2d4.
It's like 36 healing. That's pretty
10
good.
points of healing damage.
Damn. Okay.
of healing damage.
I've never taken healing damage
and
before.
it kills Mag.
Oh, I feel so
May
good,
the
but it
light
hurts
of
so
course
bad.
protect you. Kills him and he goes to heaven.
I would like to think that if you die to a healing spell, you definitely go to heaven.
So for the viewers at home, I constantly like will be in the middle of saying something and realize that sounded dumb as hell. Okay. So priest's turn is over, and now we go on to Degan.
Okay, so Degan, he is going to... He's going to spend one sorcery point. And I have a question. I always get confused. Mage Hand, is it always invisible or is it always seen?
Mage Hand is seen unless your class specifies that it's invisible.
I think it's
Gotcha.
cooler if your guns float without the hands.
I know, isn't that cooler?
Yeah, we can do that.
So we'll
If
say
you
it's
do
that.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to look like a hand. It's just like it's something. So maybe it like glows. It's
Well,
like a glow.
Maybe it's
of
like a
something.
brick on the trigger.
Just sitting there. It'll be a little different for this one. But what Degan's going to do is he's going to quicken spell a Mage Hand, actually. So it'll be one sorcery point. I know it sounds super weird, but it's part of the build. So I'm going to quicken spell a Mage Hand, and as I do, I'm going to unclasp the little buckles on my right arm, and the chain begins to float. It's going to wrap around the handle of a secondary pistol I have on a small leg holster, and it's going to pull it up, floating up next to me on the chain. And it's going to point at this guy on my right, and I'm going to take a step to my left.
So he will not make an attack of opportunity.
Interesting. Okay. So now that I have that, I am going to use my action to cast Burning Hands. And what I would like to do is, once again,
I was going to use a different reaction, but I can't do that now.
I'm going to pop the chamber out of the revolver. I'm going to, and instead of putting the flame into it, I'm going to coalesce flame into my hand and start blasting it into the chamber, holding down the trigger, and have it just flamethrower out the front of the gun.
Ooh, okay. I like that.
So both of them will make dex saves, I believe. Which...
So, DC for you?
That will be a 16 DC.
They both fail.
Yeah, baby! Zach, off the top of your head, so I don't have to check, do you happen to know how much Burning Hands does?
It's
3d6.
Yeah, that's what I said, 3d6. All right, beautiful, beautiful. Let's do one of your dice.
We said it so perfectly in sync, Zach, that the waveform on the file is like, looks like one person said it.
Woo!
Okay, and they will both take, that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points of fire damage.
13 points of fire damage as you cast these flames forward. You see as the two of them are surrounded by the flames and begin to immediately like pat the flames out across their body as they've both been burned.
Yeah.
Though after seeing what they did on the other side of the room, these two appear to be a lot more durable. I'll say, like they appear to move a lot quicker and like they're able to avoid a lot more of the damage than you would think the other ones were. They're not like resistant or anything, but
Okay,
It appears they have more hit points.
Mag, some's telling me these two are more durable than the other one. And I will remain there in my turn.
Okay. Their turns are going to come up. This one sees the mirror image pop up and knows not to mess with that. So let's have... He's going to take some attacks against Cram, and then the other one's going to take 2 attacks against you.
Okay, bring it. When we get to mine, let me know. You start with the other one.
Perfect. Let's go against Cram first. So 2 attacks with the rapier. What's Cram's AC?
16.
That'll hit. So, is Cram resistant to poison?
She is not.
Okay, I didn't know if... Oh, no, dwarves are, though, right?
Dwarves are.
So, keep that in mind.
Okay.
So, 13 points of damage to Cram.
Beans.
And then, second attack, that will hit. Any reactions she can do?
Nope.
Okay. Oh, wow.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I rolled minimum damage.
3 dice, all ones,
I
boys.
have never rolled minimum damage like that. Like, unless it's just 1 die.
I watched them all fall one by one. Like, let's keep. Yep.
So what's that all together?
That is 7 points of damage.
Nice.
Okay, that was really good.
Was it?
Moving
Could
on.
have been worse.
Yeah, 3 dice, 3 ones. Okay, 2 attacks against Degan.
As the first attack starts to go off, I'm going to use one of my black powder sorcery abilities. I would like to use my reaction to fire a shot at him with the chain-held pistol.
Very nice. Go for it.
I'll
Now,
take a quick
does
shot
it...
at him.
Which one are you targeting?
The one attacking me, so this guy right,
All right.
here.
If
So-
you attack the one that's attacking Cram, you have advantage too. Just so you know.
Okay, I'll have to get him on the next one.
So-
I can only attack the guy that's attacking me right now.
Yeah, so when they're within melee range of you, this has to happen?
It's whenever they're within 5 feet of me, and I can use my reaction to shoot them if they go to
that's
attack.
what I was making sure of. Because I know normal range rules, would be... But
Right.
Oh, but for
different
this one
rules.
specifically, it says it's normally a regular normal
Cool,
roll.
go for it.
So I'm going to make one regular roll at him. Okay. Oh, that's plenty. That's 25, I think?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
25.
going to hit.
Okay. Now I hit this guy pretty hard. I don't know if I want to emphasize this a little bit.
You can't see a lot of like their complexion or how bad their wounds are underneath these like shadowy veils that surround them.
Okay.
So you're not quite sure how they're doing.
Okay, well, this guy's getting up in my face, and Mag's hurting pretty bad. I'm going to use a second of my 6 revolver charges. I'm going to use a second of my 2 revolver charges.
All right,
So
go for
that'll
it.
bring me to 2d6, and both of these will burst on a 6.
Okay.
Okay, so that's
Ooh.
10. We have a burst. So I'm going to re-roll this one right here.
That's
So
nutty.
I could do it up to my proficiency bonus.
So you could do
So
it
that's
again.
20, 16...
It could have been another
22.
burst.
22.
Okay, so wait, do I get one more, right? Is that right?
No, you.
Or that-
wait, yeah. You do.
Okay, so 22. Okay, 25 points of
Oh
bullet
my
damage.
god, on a reaction.
On a reaction.
How do you want to kill him?
Yeah, baby! So, what is he wielding here? Was it a sword, we said?
rapier.
A rapier. So I want him to start to come down on me with this sword, like straight from above. And as he starts doing that, the chain-held pistol goes right underneath his chin and go, buddy. I'm going to blow his head off.
I love that.
Whoa.
You get inspiration.
Woohoo! Inspiration!
And we're going to do regular inspiration, so you can
Okay,
just
so it's a
re-roll on
reroll?
a roll that you want to do.
Nice.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect. 1 down.
He can make his 2 attacks now if he'd like, Seth.
No, he's dead.
Oh, okay, cool.
Then that takes us back to the top of the round. Cram is up.
That's awesome. Cram. Would Cram stay? Yeah, because she doesn't want.
Cram's. I think Cram's got it. Is Cram okay?
I mean, yeah, she's fine. What's Mag at?
Mag's at a solid 25 now after the healing, so he's doing a little better. It was 10 points of healing, so he was looking pretty low, but
Okay,
He's
well,
okay.
These guys are making attack rolls. Surely a mirror image is going to catch one.
Yeah.
Cram is going to bonus action disengage to back off, and she's going to swap back to her bow and take a couple shots.
ooh, okay.
So she'll get out of range.
Now 10 feet back is it or 5?
10.
10 feet back. Okay.
Is she bonus action disengaged?
Yeah, she bonus action disengaged. She'll actually get 15 feet back if that's okay. So
That's
like
fine,
back
that's
to
fine.
just so she's out of that range.
She gets run over by a cart in the middle of the street. Dead. Crushed instantly.
It's gonna be 16 and a 21 to hit.
Let's see. The rake is going to use his reaction to parry the first one.
Okay.
So you see as he takes the sword as the bow is fired and he slices the arrow midair. The second one will hit though.
And it does 5 damage.
5 points of damage as it fires through, and it manages to graze what's beneath, but trying to hit the outside of the shadowy veil, it just grazes against their skin and flies off into the temple. All right.
Okay.
Harkus.
Let's. How far away is this guy from me?
About 45 feet.
45 feet.
You can get him.
Yeah, I'm going to take a note from their book, and I'm actually going to cast Misty Step to advance 30 feet, and then I'll move up the other 15. And let's see, how do I position myself here?
What's your Misty Step look like?
I'd like to say it's very similar to just running really fast. So like he picks up and like before he did a dash, which was also very fast, but here it's like like
since
the
you're
Flash
basing him
moves.
around Thooms, it's like a whirlwind sprint.
Exactly, it's just like a whirlwind sprint.
I don't know why. In my head, I imagine him running to like a door to the side and going in it and appearing like a Scooby-Doo character right behind the creature. I really want that character now.
That'll be a different one.
The next one.
We'll place him right there,
Yeah,
right next
perfect.
to Mags. And he's going to take 2 swings at this guy.
Okay.
Are they undead by chance?
They are not.
Okay.
They happen to be Fae.
Oh.
Well, they're shadow Fae. In any case, that's a 22 and a 29 to hit.
Those will hit.
Oh, I looked at the wrong die. I thought it was a nat 20, man. I was like,
Oh,
no.
no.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you were looking at one of the other D20s?
Yeah,
Aw,
you can't
man.
set them all up like that, Zach.
Yeah, sorry.
Or can you?
I just like swapping them out if some of them aren't performing right. But I'm not superstitious.
Let's see what we got. Well, that's good.
That's a lot of damage. That's going to be 16 plus 14 is 30 points of damage altogether.
30 points of damage as you take both of those swipes, hitting twice into this shadowy figure. You see as they begin to breathe heavy from the inside and their shadowy veil starts to like subside just a bit. Just beneath, you can see that they appear to have very pale-ish elven skin and complexion, and they appear right on death's door.
Heck yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Moving on, it's Mag's turn.
Oh, Mag's gonna mess him up. Okay, let's see. Oh God, I
hope he misses so the priest can finish him.
Oh, that would be kind of poetic, though.
The priest would never.
The priest pulls out his real ass gun.
A different real ass gun.
I swear I've got it for self-defense.
Well, Eldritch Blast will be at disadvantage. So I'm thinking about a Vicious Mockery.
I think that's a great
here.
idea.
Let me pull up my Vicious Mockery guide here.
It's just it's a charisma save.
Oh, look at that!
Or I'm
Perfect.
sorry, a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Okay. Do we know? Is it what 1d4, 2d4?
2d4 at this
2d4.
level.
Okay. So I'd like him to make a Wisdom save here, and I'll flavor it in a moment. He's got to beat a
14.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, that's
14.
not going to beat a 14.
Sounds good to me. Okay, cool. So that's 2d4 damage. Let's get some of that going, and we'll flavor it just a moment. Oh god, I dropped it. No. 4. That's 4
That's
points.
exactly what you did.
Yeah, baby. Okay, so I want Mag to look directly at him and go, die. But then he's going to look to his right, and the other ones are going to look back at him and go, die, all in unison.
And as this happens, you see the figure beneath grab onto their ears, start moving back and forth, and just enough blood leaves their body at this point that they fall to the ground, and they die.
Yeah, they do.
Losing the will to live. And with that,
Get knocked over, idiot.
combat ends. Degan, As you look back and forth, kind of seeing the scene that's happened here, you look down the road, and as the sun begins to kind of set off in the background, and the scene settles, you do see what looks to be like a canine-like figure jump across the rooftop to your left and disappear from sight. With this scene wrapping up, the priest, breathing heavily at this point, continues to stop the bleeding on his arm and, thank you all so much. My life was really at stake there. And Misha kind of moves forward at this point. Sir, I got Sir Harkis for help. Good work, boy.
So what were those fellas talking about? They were saying something along the lines of an extraordinaire queen king hullabee guy.
I'm not fully caught up on the history myself, but it appears we've got a political scandal at hand.
Not much of a fan of scandals, but hey, I'm glad you're alive, and let me know if you need anything.
Oh, of course, and Sir Harkis, thank you for making your way post-haste.
Of course, I'm ever vigilant.
And I deactivate the sunblade, and I'm actually going to walk up to the front door and rip down that notice that they put up and shove it into my pocket.
You see as the streets continue to crowd with individuals, as the stampede has made their way out of you, the street almost goes quiet at this point as late fall cool air swoops in as winter is coming. And we're going to end the first part of our campaign there.
Ooh.
Thank you for listening to TableTalk Friday, a D&D podcast. For more fun conversations like this, follow the boys on whatever podcast service you prefer, and come back every Friday for another upload. And if you have your own inquiries, you can find them at tabletalkfriday@gmail.com. Thank you.